Bill Macatee back now in New York Studio 6A. We're under a yellow at the Michigan 500, so while we've got a chance, we want to bring you up to date on baseball and another auto race today. Another 500-mile race at the Pocono Speedway. This one for the Southern boys, though, in the stock cars. And Harry Gant was the winner. He's driving the Chevrolet out front, car number 33. But Cale Yarborough, who won a 500-mile race at Pocono last month, was second. And in the third spot, Bill Elliott, who started the race in the pole position. So Harry Gant, the winner, the Pocono Speedway 500-mile stock car race there. Now in Major League Baseball today, first of all, the Mets in Cincinnati. The Mets now have a 2.5-game lead over the Cubs in the National League East. They won today by a score of 7-6. Davey Johnson behind Frank Howard there has watched the Mets jump out to a 5-3 lead. That was until the 7th. Dan Dreesen came up, a home run to right field, scoring Ron Oster. 4th home run for Dreesen in his last 13 games, 10th home run of the season. That tied it up at 5. But the Mets came right back. That's Darryl Strawberry, 15th home run of the year, a 2-run home run, scoring Kelvin Chapman. 7-6. The Mets win it. That is now a final. Elsewhere at Fulton County Stadium in Atlanta, Philadelphia over Atlanta by a score of 6-2. Steve Carlton, a 3-hitter to go 9-4. San Francisco and Chicago, the Giants have won it by a score of 11-5. Los Angeles and St. Louis, the Cardinals win this one 7-6 at Busch Memorial Stadium. At Three River Stadium, the first game of a doubleheader has been completed between the Padres and the Pirates. 5-1, San Diego wins the opener. In the second game, now in the 7th inning, San Diego leads Pittsburgh by a score of 2-1. Over in the American League, Detroit is still hot. They have won 9 of their last 10. They won again today over the Texas Rangers, who have lost 9 of 10. 2-0 the final there. Charlie Huff was the loser. Dan Petrie the winner at 13-4. Chicago and Cleveland, the Indians win this one by a score of 4-1. Minnesota and the Yankees, that ball game I believe is now a final, but the last score we have is 5-5. Baltimore and Kansas City, 8-4, the Royals win it. And Milwaukee and Oakland, it is 4-2. Dave Kingman has hit his 28th home run of the year. That brings you up to date on Major League Baseball. Now let's send you back to Brooklyn, Michigan, and Paul Page.
Thanks, Bill. We're back now at the Michigan 500. We thank you for watching the Michigan 500. This is Paul Page. So long. Now let's go back to New York.
All right, Paul Page, nice job by everyone out there. Andretti outduels Tom Sneva down the stretch. The top 2 qualifiers at over 211 miles an hour, and that's the way it ended on a day of many stories at the Michigan 500. Before we leave you today, we want to bring you up to date on Major League Baseball. First of all, in the American League, Detroit continues to play very well. They beat Texas 2-0 today. The Tigers have won 9 of 10. They are now 37 games over 500. Chicago and Cleveland, the Indians win this one by a score of 4-1. Minnesota and the Yankees get one in the bottom of the 9th on an error by Tom Brunansky, and they beat the Twins today 6-5. Baltimore and Kansas City, this one was easy for the Royals, 8-4. Boston and California now in the 9th, and Boston leads the game in Anaheim 3-0. Milwaukee and Oakland, that game is all tied up at 4 now in the 7th inning. Over in the National League, the Mets continue to play well. They've won 8 of 11, now 2.5 games up on the Chicago Cubs. 7-6 the final there. Darryl Strawberry accounted for the 2-run home run that turned out to be the winner. Philadelphia and Atlanta. Philadelphia wins 6-2. San Francisco over the Cubs by a score of 11-5. And LA loses to St. Louis 7-6. 5-1 San Diego over Pittsburgh. First game of a doubleheader. Thanks for being with us. Have a good evening.
A promotional fee has been paid to NBC by United Airlines. You're not just flying. You're flying the friendly skies.
This has been a presentation of NBC Sports, the leader in innovative sports television.